Hey guys, Bad Infos here, and these are my 10 favorite characters in Grand Theft Auto 5. This game has probably the most characters out of any GTA game, and no wonder the game is massive. Some of the people mentioned in this video you may have never even seen. Well, I did, and they were funny, interesting, and overall a great addition to the game. I will not include the protagonists Franklin, Michael, and Trevor here, because I'll make a separate 10-based protagonist list in the future. Anyone else is allowed a spot. Let's see who I picked, and I would love to see who you chose as your favorite as well. So, without further ado, here are my 10 favorite characters in GTA 5. The number 10 spot goes to Mary Ann Quinn. Who? Surely you know her, the crazy chick who is always screaming? Well, she's rarely seen and only in a short side mission, so you may have missed it. Like previously mentioned, Mary Ann is a bit of a cuckoo. When approached by any one of the protagonists, she lashes out at them. I mean, sure Mary, you're kinda hot for your old age, but not everyone wants to sleep with you. I'm sure that 80% of my audience would, but that's besides the point. You are not the center of attention. Go work out in a place not so populated by people next time. Maybe you would get less angry. Well, for all I know, she would start pestering the birds or the dolphins, calling them perverts. I would not be surprised.
I'm not stressed out at all. Now go fuck yourself.
Number 9 goes to Floyd Hubbard. This might be a surprise for you. Floyd is generally not liked that much from what I gather, but I think he's neat. Literally and figuratively, he's really neat, well organized, and somewhat boring. For a GTA player, his lifestyle would be considered boring, especially since you can cause so much mayhem with the protagonists. He's a man who follows the rules and is afraid of breaking them. In many ways, he's a lot like many of you. And even myself. Well, not the small penis part, obviously, but I don't break the law, even as a teenager. When my friends offered to do something reckless, I was like, should we? I don't think we should. Having Trevor interact with him makes him even more nervous, and of course it does. Have you seen Trevor? Of course you have. I would need a new pair of underpants every time Trevor opened his mouth if he was interacting with me.
I ain't got a very big penis. Some girls laugh when they look at it.
Number 8 goes to Patricia Ramos. Ooh, an old person on my list. GTA games are not known for old people. Usually most of the characters are in their 30s or 40s. Patricia is almost 60 and the craziness starts to kick in. I mean, sure, Trevor obviously has something to do with that. A person like Trevor would drive anyone up the wall and bend their sanity in ways you have never seen. The proof is right here. She was kidnapped, and at first she had to be tied up and threatened so she would not escape. Later on she became a housewife to Trevor and was left completely on her own. She acted as Trevor's mom and also as his wife. Weird how that works, right? A troubled soul like Mr. T needs her in his life, and seeing her go at the end really hit me hard. She is now where she needs to be, next to her not so loving husband. But anything is better than Trevor's trailer. I don't know, I just like Patricia. I think that's because I was not expecting how she would change her personality so much.
Where have you two been? Getting some fresh air?
Talking of beautiful things.
Number 7 is Lester Crest, a fat dweeb who stays at home all day, shit talks people on the internet and plays games all day long. Reminds me of most people in my comment section. Nah, I kid. Lester's a smart boy and, dare I say, a genius. In the world we live in, he has two options. Use his smarts and get an office job, work there 9 hours a day, get no appreciation for his smarts and hard work, or become a criminal, help out the biggest crooks / terrorists the world has ever seen, and get millions of dollars. On top of that, he would also get appreciation and a sense of accomplishment. Not the fake one EA wants you to believe, but he would actually benefit from this. Of course it will be easier and more profitable to do the latter. I just like his approach to everything. He knows what to do at any given situation, how to approach it and which plan to execute. With a bit of help from his acquaintances of course. After all, they're doing all the heavy lifting. Lester is great though. He is like many of us and is a bit relatable.
We are about to put the Darwinism back in social Darwinism, and brother, it is gonna be fun.
Number 7 is Tao Cheng. About time we added a nutcase on this list. Technically, any one of them could be considered as a crazy person, even Floyd, I think. But Cheng is something else. Cheng is the son of a very famous and rich weapon and drug smuggler. What's expected of him is to be presentable, well-spoken and to act professionally. What happens when he meets his potential biggest future business partner? He sings some random crap, talks random crap, and gives random hugs to people he has never seen. This is what the least I expected of a person with his reputation. At first, the translator fits that persona well. He was professional, very well spoken and a perfect candidate for a business partner. But once Cheng came in, it all changed. I guess that's why I'm placing him here. I love surprises and Tao delivered. Number 5 is Nervous Ron. You know Floyd, right? Of course you do. If you didn't skip around the video, you heard what I think about him. Every single thing I said applies to Ron, but in more ways. Ron is like Floyd, but we know a lot more about him. We know that he has a wife. She is divorcing him again. He has lawyer fees. And his wife is milking him dry. He had problems with the law and now he lives with Trevor in his trailer and tries to please his overlord all the time. He really does. He kisses his ass every chance he gets. Trevor screws him over by taking his share of a mini heist they pulled. He's okay with it and showers T with praise. He gets screamed at and is threatened horribly. Again, he's fine with it and says that he misses T. I guess that's where Floyd and Ron are different. One doesn't let up, but the other showers his master with praise. Maybe Ron was like that in the past? Who knows, I bet he was. But the years were not too kind to him. He has a bad knee and is taking orders from a lunatic.
Trevor Phillips Industries! Technical expertise, managerial innovation.
Number 4 goes to Jimmie the Santa. Yes guys, I know, for many of you Jimmie is the worst character in the game. I can see why. You would think that. He's an entitled pea-brain, trying to take his daddy's money, sit around on his ass all day, jerking off while he plays his damn game. I quoted his father here if you didn't notice. The thing is, this is why I like him so much. When have we seen a young person in a GTA game before? Maybe Zero Counts? Macker? Candy Sucks? They kind of apply, but they're different. They have their lives in order. One is a porn star, which reminds me of someone else in this game. The other is a wanker, and the last one is a genius. Jimmie is different in GTA 5. Maybe he looks like Macker a bit, but point is, we've never seen how a person of the exact age would feel like in a home like Michael's. A home where he has everything, and if he acts like a prick, nothing bad would get to him. There are no consequences for his actions. I think that's pretty interesting, and while he gets on my nerves sometimes, I think he's a great addition to the game.
My brother from another mother. I mean, I hope so, because my mom was kind of a skank back in the day.
And now it's down to the final 3. Number 3 goes to Maud. Yep, you know I had to add her in. A very minor character you see in 3-4 cutscenes takes the podium position. Why is that? Well, because I love Maud. Maud is different. She wants a peaceful life. A picket fence.
I want a picket fence.
A husband.
And a husband.
And a dog named Skip.
And a dog named Skip.
Unfortunately, the hand of justice and duty calls, so she must pursue her other passion, taking criminals behind bars and cleaning up the world of the scum of the earth. like bankers, accountants, and so on. The worst people. Maud is a good person at heart, and I respect her for that. That's not the only or even the biggest reason she is on the list. It's because she is the most realistic person in the game. Her emotions, body language, facial expressions, and stance are what I like about Maud. I get the same feeling when I'm playing GTA 4. Even though the game is old now, the realistic characters is why I go back and play it every so often. Maud is a gem, and a big one at that.
About to learn the true meaning of suffering, all for a few $1,000.
Number 2 goes to Wade. The less said about Wade, the better. What? Want some info? Oh fine, okay, here you go. Wade is weird, and you know how much I like weird, especially if you have seen the previous lists. They're filled with crazy characters. He's a child trapped in a man's body. He can't speak properly because he has a piercing on his tongue, which actually is also true for a person I know in real life. You can't understand him half the time, and I immediately think of Wade when I see him. But Wade also asks for ice cream, doesn't understand sarcasm, thinks of everything as a game, believes what people tell him even though it's clearly not true. He even believes Trevor about what happened to Wade's family and friends. Trevor clearly killed everyone and uses Wade as his puppet. But since Wade is stupid, he doesn't understand it. I guess his heart is in the right place, but I think he misplaced his brain. He needs to find it.
That woman ain't even fine. Ain't no one understands why Floyd lets her use him so.
And finally, the number 1 spot will take a Lamar Davis. Yep, that's right. Did you see an antagonist on my list? No, you did not. On all my lists, the antagonists take the highest spots. Why did that not happen here? Well, because I find them annoying. And that's why this storyline lacks in this game in my opinion. We need interesting and evil people. And sadly, you only get people who drive you crazy. Speaking of crazy, actually, no, nothing crazy about this person. I present you with Lamar Davis, a businessman, a visionary. He remembers you when you get to the top. Oh, sorry, I was quoting Big Smoke here, but Lamar gives me the San Andreas vibe. He reminds me so much of that game. He has a bit of sweet in him, a bit of Ryder, hell, a bit of smoke in him as well, I guess. He wants the good life, but he doesn't get it. Just like Ryder, he wants to stay in the ghetto, just like Sweet. He is hilarious, just like Smoke. Lamar is the best thing that happened to this game. Without him, I would not like the story that much. He is there when you need him. He is in the way a few times too, when you have to save him. But he never comes off as annoying and like a scumbag. The synergy between Lamar and Franklin is one of a kind, and I really appreciate his addition to the game.
Nigga.
And that's it guys for all the best characters in GTA 5. If you don't agree, let me know which one you like the most. Subscribe to my channel for more top lists, lists for best cutscenes, best games and whatnot. Thank you so much for watching, and a very special thank you to my lovely Patreon supporters. Vlados, Alex Chavez, Max Robinson, Soup Smile and everyone else listed on the screen. I'll see you in the next one.